boy.
What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. It's a late night show here in Ireland. It's 12:19. I just came back home, and I was supposed to do this at half 11, but when you're at work, you never know when you're gonna come back. But I said, regardless, whatever the issue is, I'll still do some of this content for you guys this late night. So for those people who are gonna wake up in the morning, you're gonna wake up to a nice, beautiful content featuring Josh. Um, Make sure you subscribe to his channel. You're also gonna wake up to the voice of Kao, aka Gondorodian, who's at Manchester training right now, but he's decided to join us. So welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys, and welcome the guys in the panel. So, guys, the discussion for today is Man City versus Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Kao, how you doing? How was your training? Yeah, Kao, are you with us or are you just silent? Anyway, cool. So, anyway, let me get the show started anyway. So, Josh, you said Josh says he's gonna be in and out because he's heading home as we speak. So Josh will come in whenever he's available. Carl, I think he's sorting out his internet. We're gonna let him sort out his internet and everything so he can come in too. So guys, I was watching the press today, the Man City press, and basically Phillips is going to be on the bench. There was a meeting, this not a meeting, a sort of interview by Phillips and some media outlet earlier on. They said Phillips said Pep has promised him minutes. So obviously we're gonna see Phillips in this game. Maybe second half, you never know, because Pep in the press was saying a lot of players, some of them might have one eye to the World Cup. He says whether we like it or not, some players will be thinking of the World Cup. So they'll be playing football in a way to save themselves for the World Cup. But he says he will try his utmost best to make sure that he says he'll try his utmost best to make sure that everybody plays to the fullest. He's going to rotate the team. Obviously, some players are going to play 45 minutes, others for 5 minutes. He says he's not going to take the Chelsea game lightly. He wants to make sure win. I just saw an article on Facebook saying Walker will be fit for the World Cup, but during the press, Pep did not say anything about Walker, so I'm not pretty sure where they got that information from. So I will go with Pep's information. Walker, we still don't know when he's going to be back. Cancelo has been suspended. I don't know if you get suspended in the Premier League, it means you can play the Carabao Cup. Cow, are you with us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you better.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. I was yeah, I just finished training right now at the academy, so I'm on my way home. How are you? Good to hear from you,
Uh,
man.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I just came straight from work. Then now I have to use my radio voice because my daughter is sleeping, so I'm using my radio voice.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway, it's
Good.
Beautiful,
fine. Anyway,
beautiful and quiet. How you
yeah,
doing?
beautiful, yeah, beautiful and quiet and calm. Thanks for coming on, Josh. So the injury report for us for Man City anyway, it says that Phillips is fit. Walker, there's rumors that he's fit. He'll be at the World Cup, but Pep hasn't said anything. Obviously, I don't know, Carl and Josh, if you guys know that if somebody gets a red card in the Prem, does that affect Carabao
Yeah,
Cup?
yeah. It does. It
Yeah,
does. It
yeah.
carries over. Yeah.
They got the same thing happening. We've got the same thing with Dallo at the moment at United. He's not going to be there for the Villa game, so he picked up his fifth yellow last game. So yeah, he's out as well.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. Anyway, okay, so moving over, I don't know if Josh you're aware of any of these players. Jump in if you know any of this. So, Carl, I've picked players that I'm looking forward to see in this match. Not that they have to start. Some of them can start. Some of them can come on later. I have these players for a reason. First of all, if I start with Alvarez, I would like him to continue his run of games, scoring in games, beautiful goals, and also Rico Ruiz, I like him to start and see how he can do against the Chelsea side. Gomez, I'd also like him to start, maybe to prepare him to help us since Cancelo is gone. Even Esbrand, I'd like Esbrand to play a bit of minutes. Mar-
Ah,
Mares, I know he frustrates you,
I don't
but
know, man.
I
I
have
don't
a
know if we. I don't know if this is a game to start all these kids, man. I don't know. I want to
do
win
you do
this
you
game. I don't
you
want
you
any.
you you, you you do know that Riyad Mahrez is not going to the World Cup, I think so.
Yeah, I want the full squad. I want the first best 11 to play. I don't
Would,
want Rico
okay, so
Lewis and
wouldn't you like any of these to be in there? I know Alvarez is
no,
is a
none.
given.
Play the full squad. Play the
Okay.
full squad. You know, let's not. I mean, the last time we were in the Carabao Cup, we went to West Ham away. We played kids and we got knocked out on penalties. I don't want that to happen again.
So you have a feeling that you won't see any of these players apart from
I mean,
Alvarez.
we may, but we should see the strongest squad possible.
Okay.
Let them play. We have 2 games left to the World Cup.
Hmm.
Surely they can do 2 games in 5, 6 days or whatever it is. They can.
Don't you think we might need Gomez, so it's best to throw him in fire so he's ready for the Chelsea
No,
game.
not for this game. Let him play
For
against
the
Brentford.
Brentford.
Not for Chelsea. Chelsea are a
Oh, okay,
serious
cool.
team, man. We can't take them for granted, right? I mean, play Gomez there, makes a mistake, and everybody gets on his back again. No, no. Play Ake if Cancelo's not available. We just have to win this game.
What, wouldn't you like to
Yeah.
see Phillips play the second half?
Second half, yes, yes, I agree with that. Second half, yes.
I did hear somewhere along the way that there's a potential that Reece James is back for Chelsea. So I'm not sure if that would change how Pep views the game, because there was apparently he's going to get himself up for the World Cup. That's what people are thinking, and he possibly could be available for this match against you guys.
Do you think players, Josh, just a question to Josh. Do you think players are going to let's say people like Walker, people like
Mm.
James, I'm pretty sure if they tell if they tell Southgate they're fit, even if they don't play, I think those are guaranteed they'll be brought on. If they're fit, they'll be taken to England. You know what I mean, right? They are
Yeah,
the players. Like Phillips, whether people like it or not, Phillips hasn't played. Yes, he got surgery, and that's the surgery that has to fix the issue that he's had for years. I think Phillips is one of the best CDMs they have, and he's the only one who can actually play if alone. Rice has to play with a
yeah,
partner. Phillips can play on his own. I think some players are guaranteed no matter what. I think Walker announcing himself fit, James announcing himself fit, will be caught in that plane immediately. You get what I mean? Because
yeah,
those are the
absolutely.
guys. I'm sorry, those are the guys. People say Trent. I wouldn't play Trent against Brazil. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do
No,
that. So
definitely not.
yeah. So do you think knowing this, because there's people keep saying, even Pep hinted it today in the press, saying some players have got one eye in the World Cup. Are you gonna see any players down in twos, like not wanting to play as much because knowing that if I get injured, I might be screwed?
No, well, there was a quote during the week, and not to defer from City, but Casemiro at United, he was asked
Yeah.
about the people looking forward to the World Cup, and will they go in half challenges or that sort of thing? But he said, well, no, because you're going to injure yourself if you don't fully commit to tackles or to the play style or anything. So if you're half-hearting it, you've got a better chance of being injured than not actually going for it. And I mean, as a professional player, you'd want to get as many minutes under your belt before you get to the World Cup as possible, surely. You know what I mean? Like, you want to do that 90 minutes, because there's 2 more games left for most people, and you want to accumulate as much fitness as possible. So if they go in half baked, they may end up ruling themselves out with an injury anyway.
Yeah, sorry,
I agree. I
my
agree with
phone was
Josh.
going crazy. I hate this. This have you noticed this new smartphones? They just activate themselves and start saying rubbish, and they
Yeah,
start
100%.
asking you if you want to search something. Go ahead, Carl.
No, I agree with Josh. I think that players will be professional. 2 games left. They're going to try to play their game. Um, this game tomorrow, I just want us to play the full. I don't want any excuses. I just don't want any excuses. Just get it over and done with. Because if you get over and done with, the next round could be Stevenage or some League One team where you can.
I think we lost him there, didn't we? We lost him. He must be in a
I'm.
tunnel or something.
I'm here.
Are you?
You hear me?
Are you back? Are you back? Yeah, you're right about that. If they're down twos, but Riyad Mahrez is not going to the World Cup, so I have a feeling that's why we might be seeing a lot of him. But I hope not. I hope not. I hope he plays his strength. But anyway, I just want Rico Lewis to come on if we're winning or at point in time. I have hopes in this kid, and S Brand. I'd like to see him. But anyway, you're right. Maybe it's good to play the first team. So if we look at Man City, obviously Man City and Chelsea's form, Carl. So far, if you look at our form, I've gone a bit way back. I don't know what other team, what team I added at the bottom there. That looks like a weird team. I don't know what team that is. But anyway, Copenhagen. But look at how Copenhagen is spelt in a very weird way. So if you look at the form, it looks like City have won about 4 games, drawn two, lost one. The Arsenal one was postponed. Chelsea have lost 2 games, drawn two, and won four. So it looks like both teams, if you can look at it properly, it's not like it's a very bad form. I know Chelsea got pumped by Brighton 4-1. But it's a give or take. They also got beat by Arsenal. It was a very tight game, but they didn't play so well. So everybody in here, I can say for me, if you look at it, it's there's actually we're coming in a similar form, but City is playing better. I don't know if I'm wrong saying that, Josh.
No, you guys are definitely better. I mean, Chelsea, while they've improved, they're not actually playing overly well for me anyway. So I think you guys are going to make a meal of this, and put a few on them. So good luck to them.
I mean, Josh, I hope so, but the wild card is always Guardiola and what he does, right? Is he
Yeah.
going to play a strong team? Will he play somebody out of position? Will he try something weird that throws us off? Will he play for the midfielder? Will he play De Bruyne at right wing? It's always that game that you play against your rivals that he wants to pull something out of the hat, and that's the wild factor that I can't control. We can't control it. Um, any other day you play the best team, you win the game. But it's just
What's the
we have.
formation? What's the formation that Porter is playing? What formation is he sticking to? Has he stuck to the same Tuco formation?
He
He,
normally plays a Christmas tree 3-4-2-1, right? That's what he normally plays. But he's also played a 4-2-3-1 as well against. But it depends on what he's trying to do tomorrow.
There's a question for you by Tapiwa here. It says, do you reckon both sides will play full starting 11s? Cow seems like a game to rotate for both sides.
I mean, I want to start full starting 11, man. There's nothing like rhythm.
What about
Um,
Chelsea? Do you reckon Chelsea will also do the same?
well, Chelsea have a small problem because if they go full starting 11 against us, and then they have to go against Newcastle. We have Brentford, they have Newcastle. It's a whole different ballgame.
Mm.
So what do they do?
So you think they'll have one eye to this weekend for Newcastle
I think
away?
they I think they will, but at the same time, too, does he want to lose this game anyhow? Does he want to lose this game by 3 or 4? So what does he do? It's a tough one.
But
It's very
I think you might actually see Haaland play up front. To be honest, I mean he rested him in the last match you guys played, so I don't see any reason why he probably wouldn't go strong. Mahrez, Haaland, maybe I don't know Foden playing up sort of a front three or something. I'm not too sure what you think about that, but why would he rest Haaland in the last game? That was quite important.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that the Haaland was rested because he was still recovering from the injury. He's not 100%. I think even tomorrow we may or may not see Erling Haaland because of again recovery from injury.
Yeah, but Haaland tweeted saying back in training and smiling, so he looks like he's back in training. So Tapiwa, I think both sides will play. Anyway, let's welcome Prime, our resident Chelsea fan. So Prime, we were talking about the City side, saying Man City might play at full strength side because obviously in the weekend we have Brentford. I think a lot of people have been saying Brentford is easier to play than Newcastle away. What do you think about yourself and Porter? Do you think Porter is gonna go full strength, or he's got one eye at that game versus Newcastle, who are number 3 right now in the league?
Honestly, I don't like said this like all last week. These next 3 games we're losing, so I don't really care. Like this City game, you can play a full strength team, you can play a rotated side for Chelsea. I don't care. Like we're losing.
What are you trying to say? No matter whatever you do, you still your soul will be taken.
Well, not my soul. My soul's still intact because I know what's going on. But in terms of the delusional Chelsea fans, the toxic Chelsea fans, let them suffer.
Yeah, you seem to say you want City to teach you a lesson so that the Chelsea fans can finally wake up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, hey, Pep. If anyhow Pep doesn't put 4 past us, you guys lose this game. Pep's a fraud. So
Cheers. We won't necessarily. He says what? Cheers. So won't necessarily be full rotations, but probably half and half. Try rotations. I don't know. I don't think we're going half and half. I think we're gonna go full strength. I think our team's gonna go full strength. Haaland might still come on. He's in training. Even Pep, even though Pep was saying, "Oh, he's got a few issues," but Haaland has already started putting videos and pictures of himself saying he's ready for tomorrow, ready for the game. So Haaland seems to be ready for the game. Um, so Prime, you seem to have no positivity at all. Can I ask what happened to Zach? I thought Zach played such a beautiful game. What's been happening to Zakaria?
Chelsea fans need to just stop this about Zachariah. He hasn't played football all calendar year, like consistently. He plays one game against Zagreb, a dead rub. Like Chelsea could have lost the game 6-0. We already qualified. We were already top. But the game didn't mean anything. Yes, fine, he had a good game, but it's Zagreb. It was his first game in like a very long time. He barely played under
Is he injured?
Allegri. No, I don't. Apparently, he picked up a bit of a knock. That's why he came off. But I don't know. I'm assuming he's still fit, but he's not like 100% match fit. To me, it didn't. Chelsea fans saying play, um, play him against Arsenal would have made a difference. Why
Yeah, but
throw him into
yeah,
a pressure game
but
against the best team in the league? That makes sense.
but where the hell was Kovacic in that Arsenal team? Was he injured again, Kovacic?
Well, Kovacic is never fit. He hasn't been fit consistently all season.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. You seem like a midfielder crunching on straws. Wow. Look, to be honest with
Bro,
you, I'm
Chelsea fans blame Jorginho, but like he's the only thing that can somewhat hold our midfield together. Against Arsenal, he made the double the most interceptions of any player on the pitch, and yet he still looked like he was getting overrun. That's how bad it is.
yeah, but it's not it's unfair because Jorginho always wants to play in a double pivot, and I don't blame that happening there. That even though he puts effort, I don't think that midfield he can carry it alone. You know what I mean? He's not that type of player, and he's
No,
always had Kante next to him or Kovacic. So
no,
yeah,
no one should be. Listen, Rodri, put him in this team. He's gonna look just as bad. No DM should be responsible for a midfield on their own.
look at Tapua's comment. Unleash the Zach. But all of us don't even know if Zach exists. I don't even know if that player that played was just a fake hologram that we were forced to play. So, Prime, I'm about to finish the stream, but I would like. Do you have anything positive to say about Chelsea? Because Mende is back, but I think Kepa looked better than Mende. Because I was watching Kepa can pass from the back and was making good serves, but Mende seems like he's a dusted keeper, which is quite funny because he was one of the best keepers in the world.
Yeah, he is. He is. Mendy, I I apologize on behalf of all Chelsea fans for trying to put Mendy into world class conversations. I apologize that he ended up on the Yashin Award. I apologize. He doesn't deserve to be anywhere near there.
Yeah, I was also fighting for Mendy. Remember the time when they gave Donnarumma the best keeper in the world? I fought for
Yeah.
Mendy. I was like, no, Mendy was it. I think he fooled everybody, but I don't know what
Mhm.
happened to him, man. The guy was good. Was he just working hard because that time he had come
You know what
from the
happened?
trenches or
Tuchel.
something?
Tuchel covered up everybody's weakness. Bro, Tuchel covered up everybody's weakness in this team, but even that only lasted for so long.
Mm, okay. Anthony says no positives, bro. We
No,
won't win this. Well done for progressing to the next round. Jesus Christ, you guys are giving this dub
Yeah.
to us, isn't
But,
it?
but,
I
but
hope. But
yeah,
as I said before, the problem is not the players. The problem will be the manager himself in terms of is he going to play the full squad that we know he can play? We saw the game against Liverpool at Anfield. When we saw that lineup, we were all like, "Oh my god, what is he doing
yeah,
again?"
we knew we are gonna hold the L. We knew.
Yeah, because we saw the lineup. We know. I mean, he knows the team better than us, right? But we kind of know when we see the lineup, we kind of get the feel that he's trying to reward the older players, or he's trying to do X or do Y. That at 2 o'clock tomorrow, that becomes what we see. If we see the lineup that we think can do it, good. If not, it'll be a struggle.
It'll
You
be
know.
a struggle, but the thing is, you can never put off Chelsea because every time you've thought they're in the trenches, that's when they come out with a performance. You're like, where did that come from?
no, no,
Because
Exactly.
no,
because look at your man,
no,
Kai Havertz. He was failing to dribble in the
no.
Arsenal game. Just watch him try dunk on us again, because
No,
it's
no, 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 no. Patrick, stop this. Stop. Patrick, why is it you City fans stop? Why do City fans do this? Stop this. There isn't. Listen, right? Maybe you've known me long enough. I don't know, but like, this isn't any. I'm not playing underdog. This is no Hail Mary. Forget what other Chelsea fans say. They're stupid. There is no, we're underdogs, so we can beat City. Or City will play a second team. Pepper underestimate us. Yeah, no, we're not doing anything. We won't score a goal. We're not doing anything. The best hope I have is that Broha and Amari Hutchinson play up top, and they can somewhat impress themselves against you guys. That's the only hope
yeah.
I have. And even then, they're not good enough.
Yeah,
They're not good enough
Borja is a
to
good player. Is Gallagher still with you guys?
who?
Is it Carragher? Is it what the guy who came from Crystal Palace?
Gallagher, yeah, he's. I'd be playing Gallagher because he's better than what like Mount and Havertz, but even still, he's not good.
Yeah, it looks like everybody loves Mount, isn't it? Every manager that comes to your club
Mhm.
seems to always play Mount. Maybe Mount does something. Let me read this. I ain't even Mimi. Think he's not that good, but he will help their midfield provide something different and help put legs next to Jorginho. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, if he's fit. So anyway, Prime and Carl. I'll start with Carl. What's your score prediction for tomorrow?
Goodness me, I don't know. I really don't know. It all depends on the lineup. I can't tell, and I'm being honest. I've just been down this road too long, and I just don't know.
I'll say you.
If he plays a full squad, I would say 2-0, right? But if he starts to funky around with a squad, it could be anything. It could be a loss, could be a draw, could be penalties. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to see penalties again. I think we've gone to penalties with Chelsea in the Carabao Cup multiple times.
We're not doing that. We're not doing
Yeah,
penalties.
what about Prime? What's your scoreline?
4 or 5 now.
Wow, that's even the same scoreline that is coming from Anthony. He says 5-0. This is not an underdog story. We are going through a period where we need to be patient. So this game, no dogs. Well done. Wow. Okay. I hope this defeatist mentality continues. To be honest with you, Anthony says they're asking five. Says 5-0. Okay, 5-0. For me, to be honest with you, I see a very tight game. I think Chelsea are going to lock up, but we might end up beating them 2-1. To be honest with you,
Okay.
I'm not very excited with this Carabao Cup being at this point in time. I'd have loved Brentford to be our last game, so we go all in. But anyway, well, Prime, what do you have to say? What time is the game in England, by the way? Wait a minute. Let me Google this because yeah, go ahead, Prime.
This um we like against Arsenal, we sat back, we defended, and we still should have conceded 3 goals. Like against you guys, there's no every. Listen, I said this back last week. We'd lose 4-1 to Arsenal. It should have been 3, so I was kind of right.
Hmm.
We'll lose 4 or 5 against City, and we'll lose 2-1 to Newcastle.
Wait, let me ask you out of interest, and you and Anthony, because both of you say you're in the trenches. Is Porter the right manager? Is it the right manager and the wrong team? Is that where things are going? Is it that I don't mean like the
Uh,
team in general? I'm saying the wrong players. It's the right manager, but the wrong players. He hasn't been given his players yet. Because
yeah,
if you think about it, Prime, every manager in your
mm,
team has come and inherited somebody's players. When Tuchel
yeah,
came in, he came and inherited Lampard's fuck ups, where I think he just bought players for no reason. Like Havertz and Werner were both playing Force 9 in Germany, and you bought both, and then he buys Pulisic, Ziyech. I didn't know where he was gonna put them. For my own understanding, I was like, where is he gonna put all these people? So it looks like everybody's inheriting somebody's fuck ups. So do you think maybe that's the issue with Porter? That maybe it's best to start judging him next season when he has his own transfer window. But how many transfer? About I hope you keep him because how many transfer windows are you guys going to have if you keep chopping and changing managers? Does that make sense?
uh, Gra- Graham Potter is vastly. I've been saying this for 2, 3 seasons since he's been here. He's vastly overrated by Premier League fans. Vastly, vastly overrated. However, I didn't want him to replace Tuchel. I wanted to wait until like the World Cup and get an elite manager for this rebuild. However, he's here now. I'm not going to complain about him when things are bad. I'm not, because for me, the biggest problem is the squad, or at least one of the biggest problems is the squad. He's coming into a bad situation with the squad and also the club. I said once he got the job, that Potter needs to do something very quickly to adhere himself to Chelsea fans and give himself time
Yeah.
when things turn bad.
Mm.
Tuchel came in, won the Champions League in 4 months, beating Real Madrid and Man City, two of
Yeah.
the best teams in the world, and that still wasn't enough to give Chelsea fans patience when things turn bad.
Yeah.
Like Potter needs to. I said Potter needed to do something quickly, and even the results we were winning when we beat both Milan home and away, like they had a depleted squad.
Yep.
If they had full strength team, we don't beat them. We beat Wolves 3-0. They had just sacked their manager. We beat Aston Villa 2-0. We only won because of defensive mistakes from Tyrone Mings and a goalkeeping error. We didn't dominate the game. Like and I don't blame Potter. I agree he does need it, even though I don't think Potter is the guy for us to win anything with. I don't think he is, but I know, I think if given time, he can build a squad, a squad good enough to potentially challenge with. That's what I think deep down. He does need to be given. Well, not given. He does need time. I agree. However, this is something Pep said at big clubs. You don't get given the time to build, and Pep was right. We wanted Pep, and part of the big reason why he didn't come to us was because he knew he wouldn't be given time. With
Yeah. Chelsea. Yeah.
Roman, he would have been sacked. With Potter, and with the way this, I don't know, Bowley, he said Potter's his guy. I'm assuming Bowley will be a man of his word, but I don't know what he's done in terms of other sports and stuff like that. I don't watch American football or basketball and stuff like that. I don't know. But when it comes to this, assuming Bowley is a man of his word, I don't know what the fan base is like. Well, I do know what the fan base is like, actually. One loss against Arsenal, these guys act as if the world is falling apart. Me, anyway, I've been consistent all season. I've seen this. So I'm not being reactionary because of a game. I've had Chelsea fans last week giving me abuse, saying that because I thought we'd lose, or I knew we'd lose to Arsenal, giving me abuse that I'm not a real fan. I don't know what I'm talking about. I see what's coming, and we deserve the suffering. Like, I would rather we finish eighth, not because like I think it will help in any way, sort of a rebuild, really. But these fans need to open their eyes to what's going to happen. If Pep had came to Chelsea the season he did, and in his first season, this world class best manager of all time, Pep Guardiola, comes to Chelsea in his first season in December, he gets battered 4-0 by Everton, gets battered by Spurs, and ends up finishing third in the Premier League. Pep would be under pressure from Chelsea fans,
Yeah.
and we won't get success.
Yeah, because we were patient with him because we got beaten by Everton for 0.
Yeah,
We got beaten
there was
4-2 by
exactly I remember after that Everton game, the press coming out and saying Pep Guardiola cannot come and play tiki taka in the Prem. You need to
Yeah.
adapt. Look at Klopp at Liverpool. It took them what? It took him 3.5 years. He came in, bottled a domestic cup final. He bottled a Europa League final. He bottled a Champions League final. He's bottled numerous title races. Pep would have been Klopp at Chelsea. If this was at Chelsea, he would have been sacked at least 15 times by now. Even after winning the Champions League and Premier League, he still would have been sacked by now. You can't bottle 2 title races after winning the Prem and think you'll survive at Chelsea. The mentality these fans have. They're not going to give Potter the time. And if the pressure mounts up and these guys turn on Bowley could. I hope Bowley doesn't do anything reactionary and give in to the fans and sack Potter. I don't believe in Potter really in terms of being the guy for the end goal, but we need to get rid of the squad either way. That's why I didn't want to sack Tuchel. This squad, what can Tuchel do? Tuchel overachieved by winning the Champions League. What more do you want him to do? You want Tuchel with Ruben Loftus-Cheek as a backup right wing back to compete against the the best Premier. I said this back in the summer when United fans were telling me, "Oh, you're Chelsea. You should be competing for the league." This is the best Premier League team of all time, or one of in Man City. I'm not expecting what can I? Why should I expect us to compete with the squad? It's not good enough. It's not. This squad is not good enough to compete against normal Premier League sides like the team that won the league at
Brentford, yeah.
Chelsea when we won the league under Conte, or when City won the league under Pellegrini. I would say those are like normal, average Premier League title winning sides.
Yeah.
With no disrespect to either of them, this is a This is a super team. I'm not expecting us to do anything. We need to rebuild. I would rather this have been with Tuchel, but Potter is here. Potter needs time to do it, but Potter also needs to earn the time. He needs to do something quickly to earn that time, and whether that's by, at least in Bowley's eyes, fuck what Chelsea fans say. Sorry for swearing. I apologize.
No, no,
Who
it doesn't
cares what
matter.
Chelsea fans say? No, no,
Don't
I
worry.
know, but I'm not someone who really swears a lot. So sorry for swearing. I don't care what Chelsea fans say. They
Do you remember I told you that I was not going to stop you? So
can
keep
give all
going.
the pressure they want. But in Bowley's eyes, Potter needs to do something quick to endear himself. Maybe whether by getting top four in these circumstances, which I really think it's something we can still
Or
do,
winning the
or it's by,
winning the game tomorrow.
or yeah, or winning the FA Cup, or getting to say a Champions League semi-final and losing, or something mad. He needs to do something to when things go bad next season with these same players, he needs to be able to say to Bowley, "Look, I've done this in this short space of time with players that are not good enough. I needed the time. I need to be able to get rid of the squad. I need my own players. Give me the time." He needs to do something because I feel for Potter. I feel that's why I don't blame him. All people can talk about if he's bad tactically and stuff. I agree. I saw all of this at Brighton. How bad he is. I saw all of this at Brighton. But I can't blame him. He has nothing to work with. I don't blame him for anything. Sorry, I'm done. I apologize. I'm done.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You can keep going after Anthony has joined. After he's seen that you're hogging all the passion, the Chelsea passion. So it says Pep would have been fired at Chelsea. That's true because Chelsea have fired the managers that have won the Champions League before. Let's not forget they fired your
Mm.
man after they won the Champions League and FA Cup. Yep, even Klopp would have been sacked probably after the EL final loss. Yeah, Chelsea gave you 1 season max to stumble. I don't understand why they do that. Samir says, True City, get ready to replace Bernardo Barker coming for him. Um, Let me tell you something, Samir, and I say this in my other stream. If if Bernardo Silva, after what has happened to Barcelona, that you've gone to the Europa right now and you're playing in the playoffs, if he still feels that he wants to go to Barcelona, I will go to Manchester and pick him up myself and drop him off to Barcelona to you guys, and you can
Absolutely,
have him.
absolutely.
Because if that's what he wants, go have it. Because I'm telling you, even with Bernardo Silva in your team, I don't think your team is great. I think it's as if you've just thrown players together to just see what happens. But
I
fair
mean,
play to you. You're
I mean,
doing good in the league. You're number one in the league. I thought Madrid are gonna win it. You guys
uh,
are top of the league.
Madrid is still going to win it, Patrick. Let's just be clear. Let's not. And listen, Barcelona are nothing. They're useless. You think
Bro, I
Xavi,
want to add
Xavi,
something to after Cal, by the way.
Xavi is in the Europa League playoff? The Europa League play, not even the Europa League. And Man United are going to slap them again in February, and they're going to drop out of the whole competition, which means they get zero revenue. Zero
Agree.
revenue. So this
Agree.
talk about Barcelona, they're dead. Absolutely finished.
Bro,
And
just to add about Barcelona to Cal's point, if there is a club in this world who needs to sell their grass to earn revenue, and a player wants to join that club, bro, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. Look, Anthony, I've reached at the point. Me and Carl have reached at the point. Prime. Some of us have reached at the point. Barcelona fans think they can still throw us about this. We've reached the point where we've said if Bernardo Silva is a smart fella, he would rather be looking at even going to Chelsea or going to Man United or going to one of these Premier League teams. But if he's looking at that Barcelona team and say, "Oh, I still want to go there," try go to Madrid, maybe. Try go
Hmm.
somewhere. Try go to Bayern. You're going to Barcelona after what has just happened to them. Now, good luck to him then if that's what he wants. I think City fans have reached a point where they stopped begging and said if he comes again next summer with his agent and still wants to do that, he's 28 years old. Let him go then. So
Uh,
Anthony, to tomorrow's game, Anthony.
yes, bro.
Prime has obviously said everything. I think Prime is usually right. I listen to him. I've been with him in streams. He
Mhm.
usually says it's straightforward. Funny enough, Prime, every time you say something, I will look at you and say, is he just spoofing? But it looks like some of the things you've said are coming true. But Anthony, so
Mhm.
do you agree with Prime that the manager Porter is not going to be given time because most of your fan bases are very toxic and they'll make sure that they put pressure on him?
I think he will be given time. The reason why is I think the ownership, when they chose Potter, they were anyway resigned for a long-term project, regardless of how the performances or regardless of how things are going to go. Obviously, the fan base is not going to be uh, in that side because they're very reactionary. Because the sacking of Thomas Tuchel was so sudden, people are still feeling the after effects of it. However, in saying all of that, bro, I am happy that he's trying to play this way or trying to play whatever it is because it's highlighting so many players who are not suited for this club. And and for me, when I look at it, I was already resigned to the fact that we were not going to be in the top four with even with Thomas Tuchel. I said it on your stream when we were doing the predictions. I said we are going to finish sixth because, bro, that's what I saw. We are in a transition period where regardless of which manager we were having, we were going to go through this. Regardless of which manager, whether it could have been Thomas Tuchel, whether it could have been Graham Potter, it could have been Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp himself, we would have gone through this because there is so many new heads within the organization. There is so many things that is happening within the organization. There is chopping and changing happening everywhere. You
Wait, have you
can't
got your sports
expect.
director yet? I thought they said you were getting a sports director or
No,
something.
so we are filling the roles of the technical director and all those other things, and the sporting director thing. They are waiting for it to find the ideal candidate or waiting on the correct candidate to be identified.
Uh,
I'm okay with that, to be honest. As long as you
Pa-
wait and you get the correct person as you need, I am okay with
Patrick,
that.
you don't want to
Yeah.
know what happened, right? Apparently, this new director of football we're supposed to get spoke to
Yeah.
Bowley back in the summer and said, if you're going
Hmm.
to if you're going to sack Tuchel, a manager I would recommend is Graham Potter. We don't know who this guy is. We don't know who
Yes.
said it.
What? So
Yes.
the
So
guy before he got the guy before he got the job recommended your call. Why didn't you just get the guy?
Some
Okay,
no.
why
potential.
didn't
So I believe this is just a hypothetical theory. I might be very very wrong. I believe that might be Michael Edwards, because Michael Edwards did not want to take a job this year and is gonna come into the director of football role,
is
or I mean, not to a
is that the
director of
same
football.
Michael Edwards from Liverpool, the great
Yes,
Michael
so
Edwards from
basically,
Liverpool?
yeah, he didn't want to work during 1 year, and he practically said to anybody who approached him that he is only going into work next year in the summer, like he will take up a role. I believe that would have been definitely Michael Edwards who might have recommended it because he was our first choice and he was the guy who was supposed to come in, or that was the guy that Bowley actually wanted to come in for the club. This is what I believe. By the way, I might be very wrong. To be honest, i- it's not a big problem for me whether I'm wrong in that situation or whether I'm right in that situation, because for me, I think Graham Potter is the guy that we have before the guy we start winning stuff. That's how I saw Graham Potter as, and I believe he's here to build a squad and to build a stylistic, like a proper identity for us, because he's actually very good. Like, we know what Brighton did, and I think that's what we are trying to do and trying to achieve that. But we might not win anything, and that's where the thing where we need to be so patient with all of this is because we we need we need a lot of things to be done. And the problem with Chelsea fans is, and most of the fans who have been growing up in, and most of these fans who have become Chelsea fans along the way in the last 20 odd years haven't known anything other than success. These boys or and girls haven't gone through adversity or haven't gone through any shit in their lives, bro. When there is a little bump on the road or when they hit rough seas, they panic. The real answer to all of these questions is patience, bro. Patience is so key in this situation because you have to give this whichever manager who came in, you have to give that person time because he hasn't had a preseason. He doesn't know what he's doing. This is his first big job. And also, bro, can you imagine? You're coming into a team, you came in on Thursday, you would have played on Saturday, you rest on the next day, do your team talk on the day afterwards, and play the game after that. Where is his time? Where is the time for him to at least, train the squad or do something?
Can the only thing is oh, I can say, yeah, Tapiwa. A lot of City fans, some City fans would welcome Frankie De Jong because they know how good he would be under Pep. But I don't think maybe that's. I think United want him more. Chelsea also wanted Frankie De Jong, so maybe Frankie right now will open his eyes after he's in Europe and say, I would have rather go to Chelsea, City, or,
And he will open his eyes
United.
until he gets his payday, though.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't know. I just feel like from the outside. Let me just tell you from the outside. I just feel like I'm leaning towards Prime. Chelsea is another sort of animal, even going to City or going to a big job. But fair play. Somebody told me that you have to step up somehow. I just feel like stepping up from Brighton, where you're not required to finish fourth or go to the UCL.
Mm,
Brighton, where you don't have to play games in the Champions League on a
mhm.
Tuesday. You don't have to play like 3 games in a week.
Yeah.
And stepping up to a team like Chelsea, that's big. That's recommends a lot of things.
No, bro, you
It's a
are
bit of a pressure.
absolutely
It's a
right,
bit of
bro.
pressure, yeah. And look, you know
You
what?
are absolutely
Another
right.
thing. Anton, another thing that Prime said, which I feel when we think about it, guy Tuko winning you, he won you the Club World Cup, didn't you?
Mm.
He won you the League Cup, then he won you
Yes, but
the
he wasn't
Champions
the
League.
answer either, to be honest.
Do you know those things sound easy? But Chelsea Football Club, you guys actually fire somebody when they win something that other managers dream of. You get what I mean?
Yes, but
Like
you're
other
thinking
clubs.
about the Chelsea Football Club, which was under Roman Abramovich, bro. We don't know what this guy is gonna do. Under Roman Abramovich, we would have fired people for even less than that. We fired fucking Carlo Ancelotti
Bro, if
in a tunnel. So that is under Roman Abramovich. There is no track record to prove that Todd Bowley is this hiring and firing type of person. The reason why Thomas Tuchel was fired is in any organization, if there is a new CEO or a new owner who comes in or who takes over something, he's going to overhaul it regardless of what people think. It was inevitable that Thomas Tuchel was going to get sacked. There is no way of stopping it, bro. If any of you have worked in big corporate environments, bro, the first thing when they are taken over, the first thing they do is the CEO and all the top higher management is gone. It's simple as. And they have identified Potter. And when they identified Potter, people should have recognized that this is not going to be something that is going to be like a bloody Maggie noodles packet, which was going to happen within 2 minutes. It has to take its time. It has to, bro. Ruben Loftus Cheek should not be in this team, bro. And these types of things are being so highlighted right now. It becomes obvious so that all these types of things are being highlighted right now, saying these guys are not good enough for this club. And that needs to happen, bro. Whether if they said no, use different tactics and wait till the end of this year, regardless we wait till the end of this year or regardless we do it now, it's just prolonging the inevitable, saying that the squad is not good enough. So you do it now or you do it later, it's the same thing. Why waste 6 months while you can do it right now? You might sacrifice points, bro, and you might sacrifice your position. But if you're getting it right, I have no problem with it. Because, as I said, bro, patience is so key in this situation. Because if you're not patient enough and you're reactionary to everything, it's going to be so difficult because it's not going to be a very good situation for you to be a Chelsea fan if people are very reactionary and so into it and saying, oh, this is happening, this is not good, this is not. It's not good on your mental health. I would advise, do not watch Chelsea for the foreseeable future. This is my advice because, bro, you have to be prepared because right now, bro, I only can explain it to you like this. We are in a ship in rough waters. To get into good waters, we have to go through the rough waters. So in that rough waters, there will be ups and downs, ups and downs. So for that, bro, we have to be prepared and we have to be patient. Unfortunately, or most of the fans who are here who have seen so many things are fans that were coming through the Roman Abramovich era who has never seen any adversity and think, all right, Roman throws some money, all good to go. We sack the manager, we win something. It doesn't solve anything. It really doesn't, bro. The last midfielder we purchased for this club is Jorginho. That itself is a problem.
Wait, wasn't it drink water?
No, Drinkwater came with N'Golo Conte.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is it. So in all, there is so many things these ownership has to do. By the way, Prime, you might disagree with me, bro, but this is how I want to think about it because there is so much more to be done in the back room and also the structure of the club and focusing just on the on the on the players on the players and the manager itself is not enough. There is more to it. There is so much more to
No,
it
no,
that
I
needs to
agree.
be done.
I agree. It requires a
And
full
there
rebuild, but our fans won't be patient. They won't. They
exactly,
our fans
and I
talk about
wish
time.
the
Listen,
ownership
under
don't
Frank,
listen to the
right?
fan base.
Frank was horrible. Like I didn't like him as a manager. I didn't rate him. But like
Yeah,
fans
Frank could. Oh my God.
saying give him time, give him
Hmm.
Chelsea fans saying give him time. I'll get relegated over Frank under Frank. I'll never turn on him. We lose 3-1 to
Correct.
Arsenal and everyone
Correct.
switches. That's what I didn't like. For me, right?
Hmm.
I didn't rate him, but when we had that transfer window and we were linked, and Frank said he wanted Ben Chilwell, I was one of the only few Chelsea fans who said, you know what, go sign him, Roman. If this is your guy and
Hmm.
this is who you want for the long term, bring the players he
Correct.
wants. That way, there's no excuses if it fails.
Correct.
No excuses at all.
Correct. I agree. And this is
Give
where,
him
bro,
everything.
I hope
Like
the ownership
I
does
even
not
said
listen to the
when
fan base.
if we go bad, if we get through a bad patch with Frank, this will truly show
Mhm.
to me Roman has changed. If he doesn't sack him and gives him that third year, if I
Yep.
said if Roman doesn't sack when we went through that after we lost to Arsenal during the bad patch, as much as I don't rate him and I wanted him gone, if Roman stuck by him and gave him the third year in the third
Mhm.
season, I would not have complained at all. I would have said,
No.
fair enough. This is your guy. Fine. Let's see what happens. I can't complain
Correct,
anymore. I
bro.
can't say anything. You're backing him.
Correct,
This
bro.
is what I want.
Ah,
I want someone to be
a
back. I'd rather
hundred
be someone
percent.
I actually rate and trust, obviously. But if this is your guy,
Mhm.
cool. Don't listen to our fan base. I don't care what
Correct.
Chelsea fans can complain all they want. I don't care. Bowley, this is your guy.
Exactly right.
Don't listen to the fan base. Don't listen to pressure. Come out. And I would rather Bowley do this maybe during the World Cup or something, right?
Correct.
Or
No,
maybe after,
you
yeah,
are
during the
right.
World Cup, come out and say, Graham Potter is our guy for the future. I have 100%
Correct.
faith in him. We're backing him. Come out and say something like that. That way, Chelsea fans can shut up. All the complaining, Bowley's not good enough.
Correct, bro.
Bowley's playing this guy out of position. Bowley's tactics. Bowley backs him. So
Mhm.
shut up.
Yeah, you see,
Don't complain.
hundred percent,
this is why I left you too to have your rant, because
hundred percent.
it's also a lesson to City fans that things become nice and things go bad like just like
Mhm.
that, and then you understand what pain is. Guys, on that note, I have to stop this, and I could have loved to speak to you guys until five
Could
a.m.
I
in the
add
morning.
one more little thing, Pat,
Go ahead, Anthony.
before you leave?
What is it?
This
Is it
the
more pain?
only thing that I will say is I hope and I pray that our ownership does not listen to the fan base
Hmm.
and let this man do his thing. Whether it's the right choice or the wrong choice, only time will tell with regards to it. But I hope and pray that our ownership does not listen to the fan base and keep on doing what you're doing. I am ready to suffer and I am ready to go through this.
Yeah, like to be
Yep.
honest with you, for my guy looking outside, I know maybe Potter might not be it, but I think I would like to see Chelsea stick to somebody for a while, man. Like this, that's the thing. Every time you chop and change, you end up bringing different players. Then somebody comes and inherits those players, and then
Mhm.
it's a mess. Then you find the other manager doesn't like this player, the other manager likes this player. But anyway, Carl, do you have anything to say before we close up? Thank you very much, Prime and Anthony, for coming on. It's a good thing that we've heard it, because I didn't
Yeah.
understand the reason why a lot of Chelsea fans are telling me online that
No,
you
I
guys are
think
going to
the
sacrifice
Chelsea,
us. So I don't know.
the
Yeah.
just now you brought on, have really spoken a lot of sense. They have spoken a lot of sense, which is why, and we tell City fans, stop complaining, enjoy what you have, because it won't always be there,
Mhm.
right? You know, you'll always be enjoy what you have because it won't always be there. And what they've said is, even with the European champions twice over with the titles that they won, there are always cycles to all this stuff. And you know, I think to your point, maybe time is what Potter needs. Maybe he needs time, and instead of firing him, maybe give him some more time. But
Exactly.
we'll
Bro,
see what happens.
time will solve so many issues, and patience will solve so many issues as well. And that's what Chelsea never had. I hope in this new ownership, that is what we will have. And that is the
Our
biggest change
fans,
I am looking forward.
our fans are used to being big bad Chelsea. Where like our fan like the thing is, we'll get banter from rivals if we're finishing eighth and stuff, and it is
Oh,
what it is. I
that
won't
is
like it,
fine.
but cool. I don't care. It is. Our fan base won't be able to handle it. We lost to Arsenal, and all our fans can think about is, well, we have two Champions Leagues. You don't. Who cares about that right
Right.
now?
Who cares
Yeah,
about that?
yeah. Thank you for
You
bringing that
should
up.
you
I
should
saw
you should
that
care
was the difference.
You should care about Ruben Loftus-Cheek not being able to play a correct pass. That is what you
Please,
should be bloody focusing on. That
Anthony,
guy should
Anthony,
not be here, bro.
Anthony, you made me laugh. A lot of people go after Mason Mount. What about Kai Havertz? He couldn't even dribble past his winger. Anyway, on
No,
that note,
bro, but
guys,
you see, regardless of what it is, Kai has been having a few good games. He did not perform to the level that we expected in the Arsenal game, but who did? No one did.
Sterling tried. He did it.
Sterling tried
Sterling
it.
actually
See, the thing
created.
that people
Oh, by the
forget
way,
in that
Patrick, let me ask
Arsenal
you
game.
because from the Kai and Mount Havertz, from the Kai and Mount defenders, all I hear is um, Pep Guardiola wants Kai Havertz at Man City to
Kai
replace Kevin De
Havertz.
Bruyne. Have you ever had any links to Kai Havertz or Mason Mount?
no, no,
Madness.
no,
That's absolute madness.
no, no,
No.
See,
Crazy.
no.
Cool, cool.
bro, the thing that people need to realize is in that Arsenal game, out of the three chances we had, all three of them was Kai Havertz who did it. At least he tried something. Sterling tried something. That
But and he
Mason
shanked
needs
them
to step up as
and he missed them.
correct. He
But
missed
he
them.
missed them.
Correct, bro. He
He
did
missed
miss
them.
them. He definitely did, and that is the criticism he will hold, regardless of what he did. But what did the thing is, I am not defending Mason or I'm not defending Kai. I'm treating the team as a whole, bro. The Mason people need. I'm sorry, but Mason needs to be benched, bro. He definitely
He
needs to be
falls.
benched.
Yeah,
Ruben Loftus-Cheek,
but he's a
Ruben
teacher's
Falls
pet.
too.
Loftus-Cheek
He's a
should
Oh,
be.
he's
speaking
a,
of, let me just
You know
one more
what they
question
should
before you
have
end.
done? They should have actually, Potter should have actually said, "Hey, Ruben, excellent. Thank you for this half of the game. Please get in your car and please go home. That's what he should have done.
Patrick, let me one more question before you end it. I know you're trying to end it.
No,
One
go
more
ahead, go
question.
ahead. This guy just said he laughed. He's like, you should have
I've
done.
been told Mason Mount starts for every top team in the world, every top midfield in the world.
That's
Does
not
Mason Mount does Mason Mount get into your squad?
no, hell no.
No,
Who comes
no.
out?
Mason Mount doesn't even get into his own squad, bro.
I mean, who comes out for him? De Bruyne, Bernardo, right?
Bro, it's
No,
a
hey,
joke.
I didn't know. Don't take. I didn't say he starts. I said your squad. So you make your bench.
No, no.
No,
No. Okay.
no,
Cool.
no.
So I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy then. Cool. I'm not crazy.
Okay, let me tell you something in prime, and Anthony. What I have seen is Mason Mount can do a job. He's one of those players that would do the
He's a
job
good
for you.
squad player, bro. That's
But
all.
the thing about him is this thing where at Chelsea, I've seen certain man, they want to make him like the face of the club. That's not working. The thing about him is, I think he's a teacher's pet. He sucks up to the managers. I'm not trying to say Mason
Mhm.
Mount is not effective. I have seen him be
Mason
effective
Mount
before.
needs a straw, bro. That's what he
Yeah,
needs
but
to
but,
suck
but do
up.
you know what? He Mason Mount will only look good if the team is good. I think so. I think he's one of those that I'll look good, I'll work hard. But you can never say Mason Mount is what it is. And you must know
But
this. You know that where Mount is playing, that's where Havertz plays sometimes. He plays that position. And I noticed that that's
I
how
like the
some
position that Havertz plays right now. To be fair, I like that position. But I'll tell you who is the actual face of our team. It's Reece James. That boy is the only boy who deserves to be the face, if there is a face or something.
He walks into any top six
Pa-
club and starts.
Yeah,
Patrick,
that's the
yeah.
boy. That's the only boy who does it, bro.
there are people who have defended, like just yesterday, people defending Mason Mount by comparing Cesc
You're about to say
Fabregas and saying the
yeah.
way he used to lose the ball all the time and misplaced passes is similar to Mason Mount because he's trying to create. I've had people compare Mason Mount's numbers to Frank Lampard's and say he's better. I've had people say
My
Lampard is a
God.
bigger legend.
Which
Hold on. No, let me finish. Mason Mount is a bigger legend for Chelsea Football Club than Eden Hazard
What?
because Eden Hazard's Champions League record stinks.
Bro, Eden
I've had
Hazard
people,
won
I've had
two or three Premier Leagues.
people
Those are kids, man. They
compare
listen.
Havertz to Didier Drogba and say it took Drogba time, give Havertz the
No.
same time. Havertz has been here long.
Who?
Drogba's first 18 months, he stunk. Havertz has been here now 3 years,
there's
3 seasons.
there's pain at Chelsea. I think there's pain and people are becoming
Bro,
deluded.
who
There's
are these
delusion.
people you are talking to, Prime? I suggest you highly not
Chelsea
talk to them.
fans. Chelsea fans.
I don't even talk to them. I see it all the time. I see it on streams. I
My
see it on the
God.
timeline. People think like this in the
See,
stadium.
Anthony,
Apparently,
Anthony,
I'm
he's not lying
negative and
though.
toxic when I speak about this. I'm not a Chelsea
my
fan. I'm
God.
twerking for rivals. Patrick, apparently I'm twerking for you right now by saying all of this. Twerking
you,
apparently.
you know
Really?
what? You know
See,
what?
you're not being too. See, bro, I'll honestly say what you're doing. I'm saying that you're being realistic, Prime. That is what you're actually being. Because that is what people should be. Be
you know,
realistic. See, Mason, he's a
Anthony,
very good rotational player.
let me answer Tapiwa. Tapiwa, Havertz is leaving off the CL final goal. I have been told by a very good Chelsea fan that that's Champions League final goal has expired. So
Mm,
it's expired now. He doesn't have a pass anymore.
Now,
yeah.
Patrick, do you know how that goal, right? People talk about how brilliant that sequence was. It wasn't. I remember Tuchel, because Mendy was in goal and he's terrible with his feet. That's the only good pass
My
Mendy's
God.
ever made at Chelsea. I remember
Yeah.
Tuchel pointing to where Mendy should place the ball to Ben Chilwell. Chilwell plays it to Mason Mount. If you guys started a DM, the pass Mount plays gets cuts off because
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
because someone's just standing there, not because of
Yep.
anything good,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
someone's standing in that space. The ball gets
Correct.
played through, gets split open. And Henderson, let's be real, like he messed up there. Edison got up. If Edison gets a touch, Havertz doesn't score. He puts him off. So
Yep.
that
To
whole
be fair,
sequence
Ederson is a
was so
midfielder
fugazi.
in disguise, in my opinion.
That whole thing is fugazi. That whole goal
Edison has
was
done well this season.
fugazi.
Really improved this season. But you're right. I
No
mean,
one wants to. Yeah.
it's yeah.
it is what it is. But congrats to you guys. You guys won it, and fair enough.
So at the end of the day, he still had to
No, no,
score it for
yeah,
us to
but
win
like
it. But for me, like I look at him
obviously, I would
as
never.
the
Obviously,
problem
look,
with the
we have
problem with
to.
Mason Mount prime that I have. Just to add on to what you were saying, like Kai might not score many goals or do many things. The only thing is he has played so many positions in his life. I don't know what he this is. If this is his position, please let him be in this position until
No,
the end of
no,
the
no, no,
season.
no, no, no. That's not true. One, Havertz has come out himself and said he's a forward, so we're playing him in his right position. And two, Chelsea fans love
Right.
when they brag about Havertz. One of the first few things they say is he's
Mm,
tactically flexible. He can play a multitude of positions. So
right.
when he's playing in these different positions, we shouldn't complain because he can do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
having it with
Right.
Havertz.
yeah.
No, no.
He's
No,
famous.
I
He's
get
bad.
it. I
I'm
get it,
gonna
bro.
Anton. I'm gonna have to catch you there. I have to go to bed now.
Sorry,
That's
bro.
all right. No,
Sorry.
no. Let's
You
stop
know.
it. This is an interesting conversation for all of
Yeah,
us, I believe. But we'll
yeah.
stop it because
Do you know
there
what I'm
is a
going to
lot
do?
more pain.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do, Anthony, because you seem to be in pain.
I'm not in
When
pain, bro. I am. I
are
have
you
fully accepted it, bro.
are you doing any stream tomorrow? Tomorrow Wednesday.
Not tomorrow. The day after.
I
Definitely
would
the day after.
I would gladly, and I mean this, I would gladly open my other channel and let you speak for 2 hours
No,
because
see,
you made me laugh.
bro, Pat. I am fully accepting of the position we are in, and I have fully accepted everything that we are gonna go ahead and do this.
No, you
The
have,
thing,
you have.
no, I definitely have, and the problem I have with most of these things is the Chelsea fans who are online who are shouting and saying ridiculous things because see, why can't they use the thing that is in between their ears, bro? A little bit. I'm not even asking them to use everything of it. I'm asking them to use 1.5% of it and be a bit more realistic and say, yes, guys, we have to be accepting of this situation and we have to go through this pain because, bro, you have to go through short-term pain for long-term gain. In
Okay,
order for me to see that, we have to be
basically,
patient.
yeah. So basically, that's the reason why you want us to, as you say, uh, touch your souls tomorrow and beat you 5-0. So
Bro,
that's the
you
real
can, bro. I have fully accepted that Manchester City was gonna be, bro.
Patrick, do you know what's the worst thing? What's going to be the worst thing about it, though?
yeah.
Right?
Go ahead.
We lose 5-0. We lose 5-0. Chelsea fans won't care because the excuse will be Man
Mm,
City are the best team in the world. And we're expected to lose.
correct.
That'll be the excuse.
Yeah.
People won't
And
care.
then some others will be like Jorginho is the problem, and this is what always happens.
Yeah, what's it? Prime said that at the beginning. It says everything that keeps going on. Everybody keeps saying Jorginho. So on that
Bro,
note, guys,
Jorginho has been so very good, but I don't get it.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
get it.
On that note, I'm gonna cut it off. I appreciate the
That's
fact that
that's all good, bro.
there's a lot of people watching at this time. Like you guys, come on, go to bed. I'm joking.
Bro, by the way,
Yeah.
I think Prime and I have been blockbuster today. We have given you a
No,
lot of things
no,
to
you
clip.
no, you have. Do you know what I've appreciated about you and Prime? It's because when a lot of when a lot of Chelsea fans were coming to me saying you're going to beat us, we're horrible. I didn't understand it because look, I watched your games, but I didn't know what's going on. Like I've watched your games, but I switched them off anyway and say, let me go do something else. But after what you've told me, and I'm now thinking that okay, the issue is not just on the pitch. There's a lot of issues happening. Maybe that's the reason why people are like, we're not in the best state. But look, to be honest with you, I'm gonna just close this way.
Mhm.
Hopefully tomorrow things go well. I'll see how the lineup is. Unfortunately, Abdullah, I'm about to go. Abdullah could have been another Chelsea fan to speak to. You know what I'm gonna do, Abdullah? I'm off tomorrow. I'm off from work tomorrow. I have a few things to do in the morning. I'll put another stream and we can go in full depth about Chelsea. And I would like to hear more from Abdullah because Abdullah also is a real fan. He doesn't just
Mhm.
yap yap yap. He talks the truth. So on that note, guys.
Goodbye.